and get us started. Bring us in. You have your fitness watch on. Feel free to start it. And just find an easy seat for arrival meditation. Maybe shifting your weight, making sure you're finding your sit bones, grounding down. Feel your chin start to drop a bit as the back of your neck becomes long. Relax your shoulders. And your hands to a comfortable position. And as always, you're welcome to close your eyes or take a soft gaze on the floor or the wall. Whatever feels safe for you. And perhaps for the first time today, coming to awareness. Sometimes we're on autopilot from the moment we open our eyes till the end of the day. And check in with the physical body. Noticing where there might be tightness. If we're feeling tension somewhere in the body, without judgment, maybe offering an exhale to this area, creating some space, or inviting gentleness. You can scan the body for physical sensation. Just taking note of where our clothing rests, different pressures or textures, or where we feel the floor touching us, where we sit. Notice the weight and pull of gravity. Defining the physical border of your body, where your shape exists. Becoming aware of breath. Watching inhales and exhales. Relaxing your solar plexus. Allowing breath into the belly. Observing the rise and fall of the chest or shoulders. Maybe feeling cool air in your nostrils or the back of your throat. Warm air on your face as you exhale. If we're still feeling in our mental body some thoughts running through or trying to call to our attention, that's okay. Not blocking thoughts or stopping them from happening. We can allow thoughts to arise, and we can allow them to fall away. You are in charge of where your focus lies. You command your concentration where you want it to be. Take a moment before practice to set any intentions that you wish. practice to this morning. Or simply dedicating your practice to yourself and your own inner work. Once you've repeated this in your mind a few times, feeling this intention settle into your body. Your next inhale, we'll open our eyes and begin physical practice. Neck rolls, keeping shoulders relaxed. And any kind of shape or size or direction, neck rolls. Doing what feels safe and joyful to our bodies. And you come back to neutral neck. You can pause there. And inhale to reach our arms up overhead. Let's get the crackles out of those wrists and forearms. Fingers even, every which way. Keep breathing into your chest. Reaching with the shoulders, reaching with the rib cage through the seat. Making your whole upper body very long, lifting to the ceiling. And with your next exhale, twisting to the right. One hand behind you, one on the right knee. Take a couple breaths into your low belly here. Loving eyes over the right shoulder. And next, inhale to reach up. And exhale to the left. Same thing, tall and twisted, with a gentle face. And inhale to reach up. And exhale, right hand to the floor and lean. Keeping that left hip grounding down. Take a breath into your left side. And reach. And left hand down to lean. Same thing. Take a breath into the right side. And inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to prayer. Good. Let's come into Thunderbolt, sitting on our heels with our knees in front. And inhale to reach your hands up. Bring your palms together. Exhale your thumbs to third eye and just push your spine out your back, curving your belly button in, tucking your chin to your chest. And inhale, reach back up and open the arms this time. Big wide fingers, throwing your shoulders back, gently looking up. You're really knitting your shoulder blades together. And back up, palms together. Exhale, thumbs to third eye. And curl inward, tucking your navel in. And again, inhale and reach up. Big cactus arms, big and wide, open the chest. And reaching back up, bring those palms together. Last one, thumbs to third eye. And curving in. And reaching up with those hands. Last cactus arms. Big, wide open, spread those fingers. And reach up. This time we'll just exhale, hands to prayer, into the heart. Good. Come forward into child's pose. Exhale, relax the back of your neck. Let your head drop down between your arms. And we'll take a big step to the right with both hands. And melt, head down. Feel that long line of energy from the left hip all the way to the left pinky. And step back to middle just for one breath. step to the left with both hands. Same thing, melting down with the head and neck. And noticing that long pathway of energy, right pinky to right hip. And back to center for one breath. And from here we'll come up to table, hands and knees. Bring your knees hip distance apart and your palms under your shoulders. Spread your fingers wide. Have a nice flat back. Once you find your square shape, we'll cat-cow here. We exhale as we tuck the tailbone, push the spine up towards the ceiling, and drop your head. And we inhale to drop the belly, look up, bring the tail to the sky. Find your own breath rhythm here. Follow your joy, follow your inner voice, follow your breath. Let these movements be as big or small as you like. Just a couple more. Good. Next exhale, come back to a flat spine. And we'll reach back with the right toe, pointing, nice long leg, and lift the sole of your foot up to the ceiling. We're going to crunch it in and bring the knee to the left elbow. Don't have to touch, just where we're reaching. And then back out and up. This time bringing it towards the right elbow. And back out and up, lift the sole of your foot. And this time it's knee to nose. You can drop your head and reach the forehead as well. And back out and lift, hold. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Good. Cross over your left leg, put your toe down, and look over your left shoulder, twisted table. Take a breath. And back to extended leg. Activate your core to protect the low spine. And lift your left hand for balancing table. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful job. Hand down, toe down. Bring it behind your left foot. And swing your left foot out. Set your right foot on the floor and open up the front body for good. Yep. And bring your right arm along your ear. Good. The further behind you that left foot is, the more stability you'll feel. And if you look down, you'll see a straight line from your left hand to your left knee to your right foot. Grounding that right foot down into the floor, we're going to bring the body up. You don't have to grab the wrist. You can pinwheel the arms to reverse. Whichever way you like to do the side bend. You can also bring your right arm down along your right leg if that feels good. Good, slow and controlled. Back down to gate, setting the left hand under the shoulder. Tuck your tailbone, pushing the front body out. And bend your right knee, reaching for right foot. Pull it in first, one-legged frog, stretching the front of the leg. If you'd like to continue to bow, you can push the foot out and back. Find the variation that works for you. Just one more breath. Good, open back up, put your foot down, and roll back to table. Find your square shape. Once you're ready, left foot out this time, point your toe, lift to the ceiling with a nice straight leg. Beautiful job. We're going to bring it in towards the right elbow. Crunching in, and then back out and lift. And towards the left elbow this time. Back out and lift. This one's knee to nose. Drop the head. And back out and lift. Hold. Flip the sole of your foot on the ceiling. And cross over the right leg for twisted table. Look over your right shoulder. Take a breath. Good. Back to extended leg. Activate your low core for balance. Lift your right arm this time. 3, 2, 1. Great job. When you set your left foot down, put it just behind your right foot. So you have a nice line there. Bring your kickstand out for gate. Get your left foot flat on the floor. Good. Push your belly button out to the front. Allow your weight to kind of shift to the back. Feel it in your right toes. Settle in through your left sole and rise with the body. You can pinwheel to reverse or grab the right wrist, whichever one feels best for you. And slow and controlled back down. Set your right hand under the shoulder. And we'll bend the left knee for one-legged frog. Pull that heel in towards your sit bone. And then push it up and back if you like to. Good. Open back to gate. Set your left foot down with intention. And roll back to table. Take one big step out with each hand. About a foot, maybe a little more, whatever you're comfortable with. Bring your head down between your elbows and your sit bones up. Big, long puppy stretch. Take a breath into those shoulders and chest. Good. Step your hands back to table. And then we're going to straighten the legs into downward facing dog. When you get there, get your feet hip distance or further apart. You don't need them to be too close together. Good. We're pushing through the palms. Sit bones are reaching. You can jog one heel at a time. Walk your dog. Just bending the opposite knee a little bit to help with the stretching. If you like to finish with both heels reaching for the floor, you can. It's okay if they don't touch, it's just a reach. And then we'll step or walk forward to forward fold. Keep your feet hip distance or more apart. You can bend your knees as much as you like for this fold. You can hold your elbows or let your arms dangle. Make this posture whatever it needs to be for you. Sway or rock, nod your head. Just kind of following your intuition for what your body needs this morning. If you do hold your elbows, you'll want to let go of them as we start to roll up to mountain, pushing down through the soles of our feet as we rise. Take a moment at the top, let your blood settle. Good. We're going to come into our sun salutation. You may want to be a little bit closer to the back of your mat. Good. Again, get your feet grounded down. Find that mountain pose from the waist down. Very strong front of the thighs, tailbone tucked in a little bit. Glutes are activated. And we're going to inhale and reach up. And exhale, twist to the right with open arms like a T and look to the right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to the left. And reach up and lean back. Then exhale, swan dive to fold. Inhale, flat back, palms to shins. Exhale, fold deeply. Walk your hands and your feet out to find your downward facing dog. By now you probably know the variation you prefer to find upward facing dog. Coming into plank. And then either dropping your knees or doing your reverse push-up or chaturanga. Rest the tops of your feet on your mat and soften your low back and your legs. Curl your toes and find down dog. And step forward to fold. And roll to rise. We're going to flow through this several times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to the right, open arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, left. And reach and back bend and fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Walk out to down dog. Hinge your hips forward to plank. Find your way to up dog. You can just rest your knees down if you like to, if you don't like to do the chest work. Take a breath into your pelvis. Curl your toes, down dog. Step or walk forward to fold and start to roll up to mountain. Keep going. Inhale, reach. Exhale to the right. And reach. And left. And reach. Back bend. Swan dive. Inhale, half lift. And fold with the exhale. Step out to down dog. Make it a big wide one, so that way you can hinge your hips forward and come over your hands for plank. Beautiful. Rest your knees or chaturanga to up dog. Curl your toes or down dog. Step forward to fold. Roll to rise. And inhale, reach. Exhale to the right. And reach. Exhale to the left. Look to the left. Inhale, reach and bend back. Exhale to swan dive. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold deeply. Step it out to down dog. Push your head through, lift your hips, and then hinge forward to that plank. Strong body, activate the front of your thighs. Great job. Find upward facing dog, whichever way you like. You can always go through table for that as well. Curl your toes, down dog. Step forward to fold and roll to rise. This is our last one, flowing straight through. Make it big, make it strong. Inhale. Exhale to the right. Inhale, reach. And to the left. And reach. Bend back just a little bit. And fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, folding down. Downward facing dog. Hands and feet a good distance apart, so there's room for your whole body when you come forward into the plank. You should bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Beautiful job. Chaturanga, or modify to upward facing dog. Good, curl your toes. Down dog. Step forward to fold. Roll to rise. Pause here. Take a breath. Need a sip of water? Anybody bring their waters? Now we're nice and warm. We're going to face the moon for our warrior goddess. Finding goddess feet. Toes can be splayed out a little bit to the corners of your mat if you like. Really be aware of your low back and your pelvis here. If you tend to curve in the low back and kind of stick your tail out, tip it in. You also have to clench your glutes a little bit to tip so that your tailbone is facing down for this one. You can just bring your hands to heart prayer and exhale to goddess. We're keeping the upper body upright. If you find yourself leaning forward with your tail sticking out, bend your knees a little bit less, so that you can stay straight up and down. Beautiful job. Inhale to rise. Adjust the feet for triangle to the left. So your left foot is towards me. Your right foot is straight to the front or a little bit tipped towards me. Arms come out to a T, palms to front. Reach towards the front of the room first, then tip at the waist. Keep those nice T arms. The back of your left hand, wherever it settles, you can gently push to keep twisting the chest to the front. Hold for a breath. Good, come on up. Turn your palms to the floor. Look to the left and warrior two towards me. Good. Rise with the knee, bring your arms overhead. Turn towards Buddha, bring your hands to prayer. And warrior one. exhale for leaning warrior. Pause here. Feel a long diagonal line all the way from your right heel to your fingertips. And rise. Clasp your hands behind your back. Roll your shoulders back. Exhale and come down into humble warrior, chest to knee. Let your arms rise up behind you if you like. They can reach for the ceiling a little bit if that's comfortable. Come on up once again. This time when you release the hands, we're going to swing them up overhead as we bring the right foot into mountain pose. Feet are hip distance apart. And exhale to chair. Wiggle your toes, making sure the weight is in your heels. Grounding down through the heels. Strong legs. And rise, bring your hands to prayer. Exhale to chair, and this time we're revolving to the left, looking over the left shoulder. You're kind of reaching your right elbow for your left knee. And back up we go. Step back with your left leg and turn to face the sun. Beautiful. Adjust your footing. Again, tipping that tailbone in so we're nice and straight with the spine. Keep your hands to prayer and come down to goddess. Again, you don't have to come down super low. We want to keep an upright upper body. And rise. Adjust your feet to the right for triangle. Palms to the front. Reach towards me and tip. Keeping those T-arms. Turning heart to the front, feeling that stretch along the right leg. Keep breathing. And rise. Turn your hands to the floor. Look to the right and warrior two. Right knee. And rise with the knee. Reach the hands overhead. Turn the torso to the right leg. Exhale, hands to prayer. And warrior one. Keep breathing. Rise. Reach your hands overhead. And exhale, leaning warrior. Again, just kind of leaning over that right knee. Really strongly holding yourself with the right foot. And rise. Clasp your hands behind your back. Roll your shoulders back. Bring your shoulder blades together. Exhale, humble warrior. You can let your arms raise up behind you if you like to. Good. Rise. Swinging the arms through, up overhead. Find those mountain legs. Exhale to chair. And rise. Bring the hands to prayer. Chair once again. And this time revolving over the right shoulder. Good. And back up to mountain. We're going to step back with the right foot this time to face the moon once again. Last goddess. Remember to curl that tailbone in and exhale. Good job. And rise. Yeah. Let's keep those wide legs and bring our hands behind us to clasp. Roll your shoulders back, push your heart up to the sky and look up. Exhale, fold forward. Let your arms rise up behind you. Breathe here, just a couple breaths. You can release your hands whenever you feel like it. Listen to your body. Hang. Heavy head, loose neck. Relax the front of your thighs. Feel your kneecaps drop down. Plant your left hand under your face and twist to the right. Reach up with your right hand. Revolve, wide leg fold. Good. And back down. Switch. Put your right hand under your face. Revolve left. Keep strong, straight legs. Good, back down. Walk your hands towards your left foot as you start to turn your feet for pyramid. So you're bringing your torso out over your left leg. Your right foot can be slayed out to the right just a little bit. And fold towards the left knee, drop your head. If you're having a hard time reaching the floor or your left knee is bent quite a bit to get your hands onto the floor, you can always put 2 bricks on either side of your foot for this. This can add quite a bit of stability. One more breath here. Come up to a flat back. And let's bend both knees. Put your right knee on the floor. And sit back on your heel, coming into half split. Your left leg will be out in front of you. Flex your left foot up to the sky. And fold, drop your head down towards left knee. A couple breaths into the back of your leg. Good. Come forward into that low lunge again. You can put your hands back on your bricks if that's what you like. Straighten your legs back to those pyramid legs. And one more time, fold towards left knee, drop your head. Good. Come up to a flat back. And we're going to walk to center. And fold here. Hang for a moment in center. And lift up to a flat back. We're going to walk to the right foot now. You can bring your bricks with you if you like to. You're bringing your torso out over a nice straight right leg. Your left foot, make it as wide as you need to so that your legs can be straight and that your left heel can be as close to the mat as possible. It's okay if those left toes are out a little bit. Fold down towards the right knee, drop your head. Good. Come up to a flat back and look forward now if that helps. Drop your left knee to the floor, a low lunge. And sitting back on your heel, bring your right leg out in front for the half split. Flex your right foot so your toes are pointing up at the sky. And fold, drop your head down towards the right knee. Breathe. Be in your body. Good. Come forward once again to the low lunge. And straighten your legs back up to that pyramid. Again, adjust so that your spine is coming straight out over the right leg. And fold one more time, reaching your forehead towards right knee. And come back to a flat back. Turn your feet back towards the moon. And we'll come into that wide leg fold once again in the center. Good. With your palms on the floor, lift up to a flat back. Walk your feet together and step back to a downward facing dog. Take your time to find the shape. Good. Get your feet hip distance apart. You don't need to be so close. Perfect. We're going to lift that right foot and reach that right toe up and back. Hold, push. Good job. Swing or walk it through to the lunge between the hands with the right foot. Once again, if you like bricks for your hands, you can put a brick on either side. Take your time to find that lunge. Make sure your knee is over your heel or your foot, not past your toes. Left leg is very long. You're pushing up with your left knee and your heel is pushing back. Once you found a happy high lunge, drop your left knee for low lunge. Get the top of your left foot on the floor. Good. Come on up and clasp your hands behind you. Roll your shoulders back. Lift your heart to the sky. Good. Arms come up and back for crescent. Allow the hips to soften. Pelvis falls down. And exhale to lizard. Bring your hands to the left of your foot. We'll take a few breaths here. If you enjoy putting your elbows on the floor or on a brick, you can make that adjustment. you're on elbows, you'll want to come back to your palms. Curl your left toes under and lift your left knee for the high lizard. Turn your left heel so your foot is flat on the floor. And we're bringing the elbow or forearm onto the right knee for extended side angle. Plant your feet and prepare to pinwheel your arms or come into reverse warrior. Leaning away from that right knee, but we're keeping it bent. And pinwheeling back to extended side angle. And back down to high lizard. I'm going to have you drop that left knee once again for low lizard. Bring your right arm back over the knee, so you're back into a low lunge. And walk your foot down to the left to find pigeon. If you like support under your seat, you can find that. You can also bring a brick or support in front of you if you like to be on your elbows or your head. Your forehead can be all the way on the floor. You can also stay up on your palms. Take a few breaths here. Well, stay as long as you like. When your inner voice tells you it's time to shift, find restorative balasana and rest in child's pose. Child's pose can be whatever you need it to be. You can clasp your hands behind your back or put your hands in prayer over your head, or any variation that feels comforting. Good. We're going to come forward and up again into table. And through that table pose into the downward facing dog for the left side. Point your left toe up and back, reaching for the sky. And you can swing, lunge, walk, however you get to that high lunge between the hands. Get your bricks, if you like to use your bricks for this, on either side of your foot. Once you're happy with your high lunge, drop your right knee for low lunge. Get the top of your right foot on the floor. Come on up and clasp your hands behind you. Roll your shoulders back. Open your heart to the sky. Take a breath into your heart. Good. Arms up and back for crescent. Really leaning back, allowing the pelvis to stretch. And hands down to the right of your foot. Pause here for a few breaths in lizard. Again, if you like your elbows on a brick or the floor, find what works for you. Staying on your palms is fine. If you're not on your palms, you'll want to come back to them. Curl your right toes in to lift your right knee off the floor. Turn your right heel and get your foot flat on the floor and bring your elbow to knee for extended side angle. Beautiful. Really turning your chest to the front. Plant your feet strongly. We're going to pinwheel to reverse warrior. Right hand comes down the back leg. Good. Pinwheel back to extended side angle. Bring your hands back down to high lizard, turning that right foot behind you. Drop the right knee once again for the low lizard. Left arm comes over the foot, and you're going to walk the foot down to the right this time for pigeon. Adjust your props however you need them to be. Both sides of the body aren't the same. Good. As always, several breaths and returning to Balasana whenever you're ready to restore. Just a couple more breaths, allowing all that energy to settle. And we'll slowly make our way into a seated stack. Just with your legs out in front. And balance in your seat, rolling your hips and your thighs inward. Yeah. Do you have any crackles left in those ankles? I might have worked them all out by now. Or toes. Good. Inhale and reach your hands up and look through your hands. And exhale as you fold, starting at the waist, working your way up the spine, slowly coming down. You can hold your ankles to your feet. You can drape yourself and hang. If you'd like to have a strap to pull, you may. We'll only be here for a few breaths. And inhale to slowly roll up. Bring the soles of your feet together. Round angle. Same thing. Inhale nice and tall through the crown of your head. And exhale to fold. And you can gently pull your toes if you like leverage. You can also tuck your forearms under your legs. But we don't want to give too much leverage. Hanging with gravity is the same thing. Exhale the back of your neck. Let your chin tuck in and down. See if you can become so soft with your upper body that you just fall over without any resistance. And inhale to roll up. You can go ahead and find your back on your mat. You can lie back down with your knees bent and your feet on the floor. Make sure the back of your neck is long. You can pick up your head a little bit and kind of tuck your chin in so that you have a nice long back of the neck. Hug both of your knees into your chest. Take them in your right hand and drop them to the right. They can land on a brick. You can also put a brick between your knees if you need to fill in any empty space. This will help you to be more supported. Left arm floats out with the palm open. You can look over your left shoulder as well. Or close your eyes. Soft belly, soft back. Let that left shoulder be kind of heavy, rolling towards earth. And then get those knees in your left hand and just gently guide them to fall to the left. Nice and easy, slow and gentle. Same thing here. If we don't land on the floor, bring the floor to you with a brick. If knees aren't together, brick between the knees can feel really nice. Open your right palm to the sky and turn your head to the right. And go ahead and bring those knees back to center with your core muscles pulling them up. Hug your knees into your chest one more time. And then put your feet flat on the floor. We're going to come into a figure 4 with your right ankle over your left knee. And I'll show you a couple different ways to do this one. Typically, if we don't have our props with us, we would just clasp our hands behind our left knee and pull in using our arm strength. If you ever wanted to hold this posture a little bit longer and the arms were feeling not so strong, you can use a strap and you can put it around the left foot. So you're still reaching one arm through the hole and one arm on the outside of the hole. But the strap means you can rest your upper arms and elbows on the floor, and the strap will do most of the work, meaning you can get more stretch without pulling so hard with your arms. Either way, whatever you like to do, we'll hold for a few breaths. Don't forget to relax your face. We'll slowly let that one down and cross your left ankle over your right knee. Same thing, you can use your strap or your hands. And bring it all towards the chest. And we'll slowly let that down. Get your feet flat on the floor one more time. And then bring your knees back up to your chest. And you can grab your big toes or the outside of your feet for happy baby. Soles of the feet come up to the sky. And just kind of gently pulling your knees down towards your armpits. And you can rock and roll. Keep your eyes relaxed and your forehead smooth. Practice that Buddha smile. Come into reclined bound angle whenever you're ready. You always hold a posture as long as it feels good or we're learning from it. When you do find reclined bound angle, find the hands that work the best for you today in this moment. Open wide on the heart or stomach. Slowly relax your thighs. Let your belly be soft. Long, full breaths. Just using your breath to calm and clear out any active energy as we prepare for meditation. You can find corpse pose for Shavasana whenever you feel ready. If you need a moment to adjust supports or props or honor any personal rituals before meditation, do that. And I invite you to close your eyes. You're safe. Your body is safe. You are protected. You can let go of the breath. Allow it to settle into its natural rhythm. Let go of the body. Feel your muscles relaxing and settling, giving up to the pull of earth. Use a moment to revisit the intention that you set at the beginning of your practice, or a dedication that you set. You may use this as a mantra as you rest. Perhaps envision yourself sending love outward to those who you've dedicated to, or gathering loving energy to send throughout your own body as you focus on your intention for practice. Maybe making some gentle fists with your hands. Maybe clenching your toes or hugging your knees. Take any kind of counter movements and help you to gently return to the physical plane. There's no rush. Let's rise gently and slowly for meditation. Well, thank you for practicing with me this morning.